Hi everybody, my name's Isa and I'm here with Swede Wellness to present to you our very first YouTube video. I'm super excited for this and I hope you are too. So for this video, we are going to walk through the different stages of the lunge. We're going to start with the stationary lunge and work our way all the way up to an explosive mid-air switching legs jumping lunge. So I'm going to walk you through it, and this is a great exercise if you have just a small space and your own body weight to work with. So yes, let's get on with the video. So yes, as I said, we're going to start with the stationary lunge. So we're going to keep one knee down on the floor or the ground, and then we're going to align our knees to make sure we have approximately a 90-degree angle, keeping our core engaged and our shoulders back. We're going to push ourselves off of the ground, and as we come down, we keep it controlled. So I don't want slouching, I don't want us to fall down on our knee. My knee is touching the ground very, very lightly. I'm kind of just touching the top of the grass. I'm not putting any weight on it. I'm just going down to somewhere around the 90-degree angle in my back knee. So it's kind of hard to know when you can't see yourself. I was outside for this, so I couldn't see myself. But somewhere around the 90-degree angle, yeah. So I'm just switching legs here, doing the exact same thing, pushing myself up as my core is engaged and my shoulders are back to keep the spine neutral. I'm pushing myself up, going back down slowly and controlled, going up and down, up and down. So once you feel like you've mastered this stage of the lunge, you can proceed into the falling lunge or the half walking lunge. So what you're going to do is start by standing with your feet next to each other and then just take a leap forward and step into the lunge. And as you can see, my knee is not touching the ground. I'm not putting any weight on the back knee. And as you can see by my hand movements, they're kind of exaggerated there. But I'm using that forward, the front leg, to push myself back up into the standing position with both feet next to each other. So still engaging my core, still keeping myself upright, not slouching forward, not leaning back to go back up. And this is also something you can do like stepping back. So again, keeping everything engaged, stepping back, trying to keep that 90-degree angle. I tend to step a little bit too far back, but trying my best to keep it 90-degree. Stepping back, pushing myself up. Stepping back, pushing myself up. And the reason we need to keep our core engaged here is so that we won't fall forward too much and use the movement of the upper body to go up, if that makes sense. So I'm just shaking out the little acid I've been building up now, and moving on to the walking lunge. So we're stepping forward and then we're pushing ourselves forward. So we're not going forward and back to the same position. We're walking forward. So this is great if you have like a car door at work. I'm sorry I stepped out of the picture there. I didn't have anyone to help me with the camera. But if you have a car door or if you're outside, I'm so sorry. I saw bird poop on the ground. I didn't want to step in it. So yes. Same thing here, keeping everything engaged, proud back, and I'm just walking it through. So this is an alternative to the walking lunge if you don't have a long corridor or a place where you can walk forward. So you're just using the same leg to go forward and back. As you can see, I'm not in the center of the frame, so I walk back. But yes, this is the full range of motion version of this. You could also, as I'm going to show you right now, fall down and then use your strength to keep yourself down. So this is a great acid builder. It burns, and I'm going to need to shake this out. Yep, there we go. This is what I like to call the clock lunge. So you're just going to simply lunge your way through the clock. what I'm doing here is 12, 1, 2, 3. And then with my left leg, I'm going 12, 11, 10, and then 9. And then you can also do it backwards with our back stepping lunges. So we're going to do 4, 5, 6, and then switch legs. So what you could do is you could also go from 12 to 6 on one leg and then switch legs, do 12 to 6, or you could do 6 to 12, or you could do 12, 6, 12, or 6, 12, 6. You could do simply whatever you feel like. An alternative to this is just a 3-way kind of lunge. I'm going to step back and then I'm going one step to the right, back to middle, over to the left, back to the middle, over to the right, back to the middle, over to the left. So it's the same kind of idea as the clock. It's just 3 different stages as you're working. So this is more so maybe for the glutes to keep them nice and engaged. So this is just the same thing but from the side. And then you could also switch your moving leg. So I'm doing the exact same thing, just I guess the opposite. So it's not the same, but I'm moving my front leg instead of my back leg. So I'm keeping everything, my core engaged, shoulders back, nice and strong, and I'm using that front leg to move itself basically. So the strength is coming from my leg to make sure that I have enough space underneath my foot to move it. And try it out and see what you think. It's actually a great exercise and I like it a lot. Okay, so now we're gonna go into our jumping lunge. I am getting kind of tired, not gonna lie, so I'm shaking it off, and this is not part of the exercise. This is just me trying to get my explosiveness out. So we're gonna set ourselves up. My pants were falling off, I'm sorry. So we're gonna set ourselves up for a lunge. So just think about the stationary lunge, same thing. We're gonna get a 90-degree-ish angle in our knees and our hips. And we're really gonna keep our core tight this time because we're gonna jump off the ground and switch legs mid-air. So as you can see, I'm jumping up, switching legs, landing on the other or opposite leg. So I started off by using my hands for momentum. You could also place them on your hips if that feels better. You could keep them to your side, or as I'm doing here, just kind of thinking about it as I'm running, and that kind of feels natural sometimes. I don't know. It's a very difficult exercise. It's not difficult, it's hard, I guess. So, yes. If you want to see me fail, this is the time for you. Okay, so this is something I haven't quite mastered yet, but I thought I'd show you anyway. So it's the same principle as the jumping lunge, except you're not landing on the opposite leg. So you're jumping up with your back leg, knee up, and then trying to get it back to the back position, if that makes sense. Yeah, try it. It's very, very difficult, but it's great explosive training. So I'm just going to show you right now what I do to try to work my way up to that double shifting lunge. So I'm pushing myself off the ground with my front leg, and then as I'm keeping my core engaged, I'm pushing that front leg up. But yeah, as you can see, the lunge variations can be used wherever you are, whenever you need it. If you're at the office and you just need to do a couple stationary lunges to get your blood flowing and get the oxygen going in your body, it's great. If you need it for a workout, you can still pump it out and still get that full workout. So yes, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm so excited to finally launch this YouTube channel, and I hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.